Hi artists, grab your paper from last week and grab those watercolors. We're going to go ahead and pick back up where we left off. Now remember, if you don't have watercolors, you can always use foil and washable markers along with your water cup. So last week we worked on our tree trunks, we worked on the leaves in our tree, we talked about tints and shades, and so now what we're going to do is talk about filling in the rest of our background. Let's go ahead and start down at the bottom with our rolling hills. So kind of the same what we did up for our tree. Let's try and switch off every other color to help build some contrast and to also show those tints and shades. Remember, a tint is when you take a hue, which is a color, and you add white to it, and a shade is where you take that same hue and you add black to it. Alright, so you can see over on one side I'm going to add light green, which is my tint, and on the other side I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add dark green, which is my shade. I'm going to reverse it when I come up just a little bit, and then guess what? On those two back ones, I'm going to try something a little special. You might want to try this in yours too. So you can see here that by first having down your light green layer, and then putting your dark green layer on top, it starts to create a good in-between of that light and dark. So perhaps our natural hue again, our color of green. We can say that this green here is our hue, and if we add white to it, we get that tint right there of that light green. And if we add black to it, then we get that shade of dark green. Oh my goodness, you guys are going to be pros at tints and shades. So now let's have some fun with our background. Remember, depending on if you put a sun or you put a moon for your landscape, we're going to talk a little bit about the different types of colors that you could add there. So for instance, say you want to work with a blue sky. You could start off with a blue, maybe work with a lighter blue too and a darker blue, and just switch off every other panel. I think that might be what I start to do here. I'll start off with a blue at the top, and perhaps the next spot beside it I might do a dark blue. Oh, artist, say hi to Mr. House, Misty's fiance. He's coming to check. Make sure. Are we doing those tints and shades? I could again carry that pattern up at the top, but what if I do something a little bit different down at the bottom? So again, skies can be many different colors. So I could maybe have a sunset or a sunrise. Maybe I have some warm colors, for instance, my yellows, my oranges, my reds. Maybe I have a nighttime sky, so I'm seeing more dark blues and purples, maybe even a little bit of some pink. You guys get to experiment and play around depending on your sky, how you want to fill it in. Now just remember that each panel you have, remember we divided our sky. We drew those 5 lines. I even went in and I added 2 more because I wanted to. You could do the same. Now we want to fill in each of those panels with a different color. All right, or again, if you're just doing between 2, you could switch off every other. No matter what you choose to do for a pattern or some repetition within your sky in your background, I just want to make sure that I see some beautiful sky colors that come behind your tree. All right, artists, as you can see down here at the bottom, I chose to bring in some warmer colors. So perhaps maybe the sun is rising here and it's coming up and you're pushing away those dark clouds from the nighttime. All right, you guys can, again, choose how you would like to represent your sky. But once I have it all filled in, as you can see here, I'm going to go ahead and place this off to the side and I will be ready for next week when we finish it up. Bye, artists.